All right, let me tell y'all a story about how I found out the ugly truths about operating a laundry delivery company. And this is going to be like a three-parter, so hang in there with me. So a few months into my professional journey, I had a customer come across one of my Google ads. She had called me to get some information about hiring a laundry service because she had never done it before, and she was placing the order for her nephew. I gave her all the information she needed and answered any questions she had, and then as soon as we got off the phone, she placed an order. So every time a customer places an order through my website, I get an email notification that gives me all the information that I may need to fulfill the order to my best ability. And customers have the ability to customize their whole order, so like detergents, care preferences, so on and so forth. Customers can also leave notes to give me a heads up on if anything has a stain that needs to be treated. Anyhow, fast forward to when I go to pick up this order for the new customer. This is on a Saturday during springtime, which is mistake number one. I also have my daughter with me at the time. So I get to the pickup area and I'm driving, trying to find out where I'm going, and I'm looking around and this place looks pretty run down. It looks like there's a lot of elderly people that live here. And I knock on the door to the customer that I was supposed to be picking up. He answers and he has no shirt on. I greet him. I'm like, "Good morning, I'm Madison. I'm here for the laundry pickup." And he goes to grab his laundry basket. He hands me the laundry basket and I go to put it in my trunk, which is mistake number two. And as I'm putting the basket in the trunk, I start to smell something pretty sour, but I don't pay any mind because it's dirty laundry. We get to the laundromat and I start weighing all the orders that I have to process, and then I start the inspection process. And that's where I go through all the items, check pockets, zip up zippers, button up buttons, so on and so forth. So I start inspecting the new customer's order and I smell the sour smell again. However, it is 1,000 times worse. So I'm checking the pockets of some basketball shorts, and as I'm checking the pockets, I see a huge stain right by the booty part of the shorts, and I am in awe. I inspected the rest of the clothes and it just keeps getting worse and worse. Like, I am finding fecal matter in his undies. At this time, I am like contemplating life and I have so many questions going through my head. Do I have the products with me that will get all these stains out and this smell? How many times should I wash this order to ensure that it is completely sanitized? Do I charge extra for something like this, and how much? Go to review the order in my system to see if there was anything that I missed about the order, but the only thing that was there in the system was that the customer wanted Tide detergent. Honey, Tide is a household favorite and is a high quality detergent, but this order right here requires hard chemicals and boiling hot water. So I gathered my thoughts and I made an executive decision to start charging hazard fees or extra care fees for anything like this. And I classified this order as a level 3 hazard. I made a note in my system so that the customer could see, and I charged an extra $30 on top of the per pound price. After I did all that, I went to my car and pulled out every product that I had. I'm talking about stain remover, OxyClean, baking soda, Lysol laundry sanitizer, Gain pods, and Arm & Hammer detergent. I did everything I could with what I had. And I'm talking about, I shook his clothes out outside. I heavily sprayed the stains with Shout. I used a hefty amount of all the products that I had. Plus, I washed his clothes twice on hot. After everything was all said and done, the stains were gone, but unfortunately, I wasn't able to completely get rid of the smell. However, it smelled significantly better. And at this point, I had thrown in the towel. I dried the clothes and I folded them and I packed up the order. Not only did I not have the right products, at this time, I didn't even know what the right product to use was for the situation. A few days later, I dropped the clothes back off, and later that day, I got a phone call. And I was at home because I didn't have any other orders to process that day. And this is how the phone call went. So the phone rings and I'm like, "Good afternoon, this is Madison with Fresh and Mobile. How can I help?" And then she goes, "Good afternoon, this is Rachel. I placed a pickup order with you guys a few days ago, and I noticed that there was an extra $30 charge on the order, and I was wondering what that was." Now I go, "Let me take a look at that for you and see if there were any notes left on your order about that." So then I go to the order on my tablet and scroll to the bottom where the notes were, and I read the notes to her because I'm very professional. I'm like, "So our notes say that a level 3 hazard fee was placed on the order for an excessive amount of feces on the articles of clothing." And she's like, I figured as much. My nephew is disabled and I understand the extra fee." And I was shocked to find out that her nephew was disabled. So I respond as such. "We understand as well, and we appreciate your understanding. Did you have any other questions at the time?" She said nope, and that was the end of the conversation. And thankfully, I kept him as a customer, and throughout the time that I had him as a customer, I figured out the right products to use, how to properly care for situations like this, and it ultimately made the business better.